Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon, you nerd.
Hey, it's Mike from 424recording.com, and in today's video, part 4, the final episode of the series about cassette tapes, making them at home, doing it DIY. We've covered why make tapes, how to record them, master them, etc., and also everything you need to know about artwork and cases. So in this final video, some practical tips on selling, shipping, getting your art out into the world. Let's do it. Bandcamp is probably one of the best places to sell your music online right now, whether it's digital cassettes, records, CDs, etc. Only downside is they do take 10%, but you can leverage their network of musicians and labels and listeners and other people who are on there. It seems to only be growing. Seems like it's going to be around for a while because it's been around for almost 10 years now, I think now. But something else to consider when selling your tapes is that Bandcamp and PayPal, if you're selling them online, will take a fee for processing the payment, and just Bandcamp, that's what they charge you to rent web space on their site and in their network. Make sure you take some nice pics of your creation, as many as they'll allow you, and show the world what you're making. One other quick plug about social media and distributing your tapes. Start a channel, start an Instagram, start something where you can show people what you're doing and what you know about the process of making something, much like this series of videos. Through my experiences of putting out my own tapes is how I've been able to learn this knowledge, share it with you. Hopefully you'll get something out of it. And it's just another way to promote what I'm doing indirectly, right? So something to consider when you're making your own tapes and trying to sell them. Perhaps you could start a channel and show people what you know about any sort of creative process. Highly recommended for any artist, any musician trying to get the word out about what you're creating. Another tip on selling is to save time at the post office by printing shipping labels through PayPal or USPS.com. The time it takes to go wait in line, go to the post office, those are all things you need to consider when making and selling and shipping tapes. I'd highly recommend investing in a small kitchen scale or some sort of postal scale in order to also weight your packages so that you can just print the postage at home. There's usually a drop-off, or you can schedule a pickup for somebody to pick up your packages at your house, which will save you a lot of time, and you'll be able to do everything from your home DIY style. Another tip for selling your tapes is reuse those old Amazon envelopes. Oftentimes you can cut some of those in half and you'll have 2 envelopes for free that you can then use to ship your tapes out. Also, if you live in an apartment complex or something similar, there could be cardboard dumpsters or recycling bins where people throw out old envelopes that they're not using. Basically, reduce, recycle, reuse. As far as shipping the tapes, I just sandwiched them between 2 pieces of cardboard and it worked out really well. No complaints so far. Everything's arrived intact. Unfortunately, USPS.com has been raising their prices, and just want to make a note that domestic and international shipping is getting to be quite expensive, even for something as small as a single cassette tape. I think now the average to send one of these in the United States is about $3, and the average to ship them internationally is, I think, at least $12 to $14, depending on where it's going. So something to consider when you're making your tapes. If you put free shipping and somebody buys it in the UK, that's gonna cost you a considerable amount. Here's a quick list of my shipping rates that I aggregated from other labels and musicians and bands selling cassette tapes on Bandcamp. From what I understand as well, USPS is gonna even be raising shipping costs even more in 2019, and I think it's already in effect, but perhaps they could be raised even more for first class mail. First class is going to be based on distance, the distance your article will be traveling, and prices are likely to increase across the board. There is an option at the post office called media mail, in which you can ship books and things that have a lot of weight to them, like records and CDs and stuff, but it takes a long time and it seems like stuff is prone to getting lost. The shipping cost is a lot less, but if what you're looking for is customer service or to make sure your tapes reach their intended purchaser on time and in a timely fashion and without getting lost, just ship that shit first class. One last thing to note about shipping is I've always found price discrepancies between printing postage at home and going to the post office. It always seems to cost more at the post office. I think because there's different rates and also different discounts depending on what site you print your postage through. For instance, PayPal, eBay, they get a bulk discount shipping rate, so when you ship through them, it's actually a lot cheaper. So I'd recommend trying to print your postage through PayPal or something similar where you get a bulk discount rather than going to the post office. Every element of just going to the post office seems like it's going to be a lot more time, stress, and it's going to cost more. I would just figure out the best way you could do that at home and have somebody pick up your packages from your house, or just drop them off in the prepaid section of the post office. If you're just joining us on this video, there's 3 other parts of this series that cover different elements of the process of making your own cassette tapes, so make sure you go back and check those out. If you found this video useful, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, you nerd. Turn on notifications so you'll know when videos like this go live. Thank you to Jason from paintedblonde.com for A, putting out my most recent tape, and B, providing a lot of the footage for some of the other parts in this series. It's been a really fun series to do. It's fun to collaborate. And I hope this helps when you're making your own cassette tapes at home. If you want to check out Jason's tapes and his label, go to paintedblonde.com. Godspeed, my friends, and make sure you do something you want to do today, all right?